Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole. I make videos sharing my faith, family, and lifestyle. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. If you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're always notified when I put out a new video. I recently shared a video called Toys I Won't Be Buying My Baby, which I will link right up here if you haven't seen it. But a lot of people asked in response to that video, well then what toys would you buy your baby? So that's what I want to share in today's video. Basically, all of the toys that I have for Jace that he's been using from 6 months up until now. He's currently 10 months. So essentially these toys are for 6 to 12 months. A lot of people are wondering, like, what should this age group be playing with? What's important for their development and their growth? So I'm gonna share with you every single toy he has. Also wanna say that I'm not huge on having a lot of toys. You guys already know this about me if you've been around for a while. I feel like the more toys you buy your kid, the more you realize they would rather play with like furniture or a spatula, which is literally Jace's favorite thing to play with. So I'm not here to tell you go out and buy a million toys whatsoever. This is more just if you do want to buy toys and you're thinking through like what's going to help them developmentally, these are going to be some good ideas for you. And speaking of, please leave a comment below of what your kid's favorite toy is, especially if it is not a real toy and it's like a household item or whatever. So even though my collection isn't totally minimal, it is Montessori inspired. Montessori toys are usually made out of natural items like wood or metal. And a Montessori toy is one that stimulates learning by encouraging kids to experiment. It should be a toy that they can hold and touch because learning to manipulate objects is key in helping kids develop their fine motor skills. So disclaimer, I am not an expert. I'm just a mom. This is like some of the research I did to make sure any toys I was getting was actually worth the investment, because I know I'm going to be passing it on to any siblings Jace might have. So let's start off with what is his favorite toy right now, which is this stroller. Now, to explain why I ended up going with this, I wanted to get him something that could help assist with walking, so that obviously he had some support. I didn't want one of those like big plastic round saucers that you stick them in and they walk around in. I explained why in that other video, but I wanted something that kind of had a dual purpose. So whether it was like a stroller like this, so he could put a little teddy bear in it and, you know, walk them around, or I've seen the ones that are kind of like little wagons that can hold something in there. And also, of course, love the wood aesthetic to this. It's so cute. But when we first got this, he absolutely had some trouble with it because he wasn't balanced enough yet. He would pull it down and then like flop over. But now that he's actually starting to walk, he loves this. He can actually push it all around the room. He's still working on learning how to like turn it around corners and stuff like that. But as he's getting older, this is like his go-to toy. We have this in the living room all the time. Sometimes he just puts it upside down like this and he just plays with the wheels. So I need to get him some toy cars, obviously. So this is actually from Love Every, which is the same brand of the playmat that we used for Jace for like his first 6 months of life. We loved that playmat. Love Every is known for products that help babies with brain development, so this was another great find from them. Also, his other favorite toy is from them, and it is this dog. Now, when I first grabbed this dog, I thought, he's not even gonna be able to use it for quite a while. Like, he's not gonna know how to pull it with the string and actually use it for its function. But this is one of his favorite toys to play with. He'll always grab this before anything else. I think he really likes the string part. And once again, the wheels. What he's learning with this is actually the whole cause and effect thing, because I will put this down and then I tell him to grab the string, he'll pull the string and he'll see how it rolls towards him. So he's learning there's a consequence to his action. When he pulls something, it comes towards him. So this has been really good for that. And just fine motor, like being able to grab the little lace here is great for fine motor skills. So speaking of Love Every, they actually offer subscription play kits that get sent to you, I think every 2-3 months. It starts at $36 a month and you get a bunch of toys in a box. And what's cool is you don't have to do the research of like, is this toy gonna be okay for my kid? You just put in what age your child is and then it will send you the appropriate play kit for your child's age to help them continue to develop. So the last kit I ordered from them was 9 to 10 months. It was called the Explorer Play Kit, and it had a ton of what we needed for him. It was like toys I was already eyeing on Amazon as it was. So I'll make sure to include links to their subscription below, as well as all the items. Obviously they're gonna be in this video. But my kit included blocks. They are classic blocks. They're actually sustainably harvested wood. They're just like the smoothest wood I've ever seen. And now blocks are always good for your kids. They're one of the best things because they're teaching them how to build. It's teaching them about gravity and balance, also problem solving, you know, how to build a structure appropriately. So blocks are one of the top things I would recommend for children. Also included these little bean bags, which was fun because I haven't had any type of bean bag stuffs for Jace. Honestly, he just chews on these all day. He just really likes to like squeeze them and feel them, and that's always good for like baby sensory. Also came with a cute peekaboo blanket, which is one of Jace's favorite games right now. And then everything I just said basically fits into this little pouch. So I keep it in here because I keep toys in the living room. I do like to keep them contained. And then it's fun for him to see like, hey, when we open the zipper, there's fun stuff inside of here. So he always gets excited when I pull this out because he knows that we're gonna have some fun toys to play with. This is another important one. It included the wooden egg cup. This helps with concentration and coordination, showing them this fits into there. This is helping them with fine motor skills. So this is always a good one to have at this age. And then stacking. This is huge. This includes actually, all of this comes apart. So it's the clear tube, the rings, and then it has this ball inside that is actually like a shaker too. So we do music with this because I don't actually have any musical instruments. So this is obviously teaching them ring stacking, you know, when they're stacking the rings through the tube, and then as well as containment. So the tube contains the ball, what happens when you put it inside. So there's a ton of different, you know, stuff that you can buy out there that's similar to this. But this one was cool because it all comes apart and you can actually use the functions separately as well. My kit also included books. So obviously books are hugely important to children. These ones are great because it's talking about how I feel and opposites. So he can grow at these, but I'm already starting to read them now. And I love them because every page just has a really large picture of a child's face doing an expression. And he's already starting to express himself in these different ways. So I just go through and I read the mood to him. And it's just the perfect little book for a baby to start talking about how you feel. These are the type of books that are like the most appropriate for 6 to 12 months.
Last item is this 3-piece canister set, which has little straining holes on the bottom. This is great to teach children about volumes. And so right now we just use it in the bathtub with Jace and sprinkle water out of them. But you could also put sand or rice inside for sensory activities. But right now Jace puts everything in his mouth, so that probably wouldn't be the best idea.
So that's my whole play kit. I feel like it pretty much had a lot of the things that I was going to separately buy anyway, all in one kit. And it cut out all the research of like, what should I get my kid? How do I know what the right thing is to get my kid? All the things that parents are always stressing about. Okay, next thing that I've had actually for quite a bit is sensory balls. I just have these all in a basket that I keep in his closet. And they come in all different shapes and sizes and colors and textures. And when he was younger, he loved to chew these, but now it's more like he wants to feel the texture on it, he wants to squeeze it, he wants to throw it. Now he's getting more into play that isn't just like chewing everything. So sensory balls I think is an important and easy one for this age group. Okay, next is the 3-ring stacker. You guys have seen this everywhere. I love this thing. Obviously, the idea is like stacking similar to the Love Everyone we have, but this is one I just got from Amazon, and I love that it has 3 different shapes going on: square, octagon, and circle. And he plays with this every single day. It leaves a mess in the living room every single day. And we've lost the pieces a few times, but we've always managed to find them again. So yeah, it doesn't matter where you find one of these, but this is definitely an important toy to have for that 6 to 12 months age. I could even use it beyond that because once he starts to understand color and shapes, we can do sorting and all that type of stuff. So we will have this one for a very long time. Okay, the bead maze. This reminds me of the hospital because anytime my mom would take me to a doctor appointment, they would have these huge ones in the waiting room and you just like sit and play with them as a kid. So anyways, this is a miniature version of that. It's got the beads here. This is one that he is growing with. When I first got it, he was just trying to chew the wires, but now that he's older, he actually will sit and do the beads and put them through the maze. Also, this one's great because it's got suctions on the bottom. So I could always put him in a high chair and suction this on and it'll like keep him entertained for a bit. And last one is this object permanence box. I was looking for this for a while, got this one from Amazon. This is actually in the Love Every 7 to 8 month play kit. Don't even get me started. It would have made more sense for me to just get that instead of this because of the cost. But basically, you have a ball, you have a wooden piece with a hole in it, and that once again is teaching them fine motor, but also object permanence, meaning, hey, even though the ball is hidden, it's still there. It comes out of the other hole and then you see it. So he'll sit here and just do this for quite a while. So that's all our toys. Honestly, now that I went through it, I'm realizing probably the only thing I'm really missing is toy cars, which is something that maybe I'll request for his first birthday, as well as musical instruments. Like I would love some little maracas, a little drum, just something to get him a little more into music, because he like loves when we play guitar and sing with him. And I also want to say, sometimes these videos can make you feel all this pressure, right? I want to remind you, your home is the best toy. Your kid just wants to go around and explore household items, Tupperware, spatulas. Jace loves that stuff. This is just kind of nice to have for when I sit down and actively play with him and I'm trying to teach him something and make sure that he's like improving his fine motor skills and understanding certain concepts. That's what these items are helpful for. But you could even like thrift some of these items. Sometimes you find great things at the thrift store, or modify it in a budget-friendly way, as long as your children 6 to 12 months are working on large and fine motor skills, building and open-ended activities, and like toys that don't do all the work for them. Electronic toys. The point is, do the best you can for your child and they will grow up just fine knowing everything that they need to know.